What is up, everyone? This is Kyle from the TF Review, and today we're going to be taking a look at another Power Rangers Dino Charge roleplay toy. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Deluxe Dino Saber, which is way back here. Taking a quick look at the packaging, you can see it has a lot of the same basic design elements as all the other Power Rangers Dino Charge toys. It's got a Try Me button for the actual sword itself down here, and a Try Me button for the Dino Charger up at the top, right there. The sword itself is completely exposed, so you get a nice look of the overall size, which will help you make your purchasing decision. On the back of the packaging, you have a nice piece of artwork with the Red Ranger up at the top. It'll also show you that you can stick your Dino Chargers into this, and it will actually play a sound. It'll show the lights features, and it will also tell you that you can combine this with the Dino Charge Morpher. It's a very tall thing, if you haven't noticed yet. That's basically it for the packaging. Let's go ahead, let's open this up, and let's take a look at the Dino Charge Dino Saber. So here we have the Dino Saber out of the packaging, but before we look at the Saber itself, I do want to take a quick look at the included charger, which belongs to the Velociraptor. Now, if you've seen my Morpher review, you've heard this sound before, but in case you're curious, I'm going to play it again for you once more. And there's the sound for it. Now let's look at the Saber itself. So here we have the Dino Saber itself, and, well, it looks a lot like a swordfish. And that's kind of cool, I would suppose. It is kind of small. It's not the biggest saber, you know, in my hands. It's, you know, I can just kind of swing it around or whatever. And it's fine, but I think for kids this is actually a really nice size. It does come included with electronics and lights, so first things first, we need to turn this on. There's a little power switch right there. It's already turned off, but here's a nice sound it makes. And that's the same exact sound that the Morpher itself makes when you turn it on. And for the sounds that it makes itself, I'm just going to cycle through them. It sounds like it makes the same sound twice in a row. There are 3 different sounds, and it kind of makes them doo-ding, doo-ding, dee-doo, dee-doo, swing-swang, swing-swang, and that's that's kind of what I got out of this. Yeah. Alright, so those are the basic sounds you get. The Saber itself does light up. Let's take a quick look at the light features with my studio lights off. So the blade glows a nice bright greenish yellow color. Now if you notice in the front, you can't put a Dino Charger right there. It's a little bit tough to stick in, so you kind of have to wiggle it in there. And now it makes new sounds. And that is so far the only sound it makes with the Beast battery, with the Dino Charger in there. It also makes an ejecting sound when you take it out. And it doesn't matter which Dino Charger you put in there. Let's take the Parasword. So you get the gist of the idea. It just makes a sound. It's a sword. It lights up. You can swing it around and chop people's heads off. Now, one feature, my absolute favorite feature about this thing, is that it connects with the Dino Charge Morpher to create this sort of huge blaster. So first things first, let's go ahead. Turn on the Dino Charge. Make sure there's no chargers in there. Let's do the same. Now, what it asks us to do is to fold up sword itself, and it's actually pretty easy to do. What you want to do is push this little button right here and fold the handle forward, and then you want to push this button down here and fold the blade back. So now it's really nice, really tight and condensed, and you just take the Morpher and slide it in like this, and it should make a new sound. So now we've got a really nice and long blaster. You can just It feels nice in the hand. Kids will love this to death. And it makes new sounds. So let's listen to them. And that's just sort of the generic blast. Now let's go ahead, let's energize this baby. So you have a really cool kind of Transformers-y kind of sound, and I love that. But that's basically it for the sounds, and that's basically it for the Saber itself. It's a very, very simple roleplay toy, but I think it's kind of useless without the morpher, because the two together just, oh my god, it's awesome. And if you want, you can actually fold that down and make kind of a bayonet, and this thing now is actually quite sizable. And if you want to detach, making that word up again, what you do is you just take the little yellow button, and there's one on the back too, and you just hold it, and it makes a disassembling sound, I guess you can say. So, that does it for this review of the Dino Saber. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at the TF Review, like me on Facebook at the TF Review. I've been doing a lot of Power Rangers Dino Charge reviews, but don't worry, I still got Transformers, I got Lego, I got a ton more stuff to do. So stay tuned, I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I've got another one always in the works. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.